following is production of the Madison Capitals, Rush Media Company, and the USHL, and may not be reused or retransmitted without the written consent of the Madison Capitals or the USHL.
Scored! Gavin Eulenkamp. Onside Remick shot sits out right. Riker Lee scores in his USHL debut. Nice shot from Bijot, who scores and gives the Caps their first lead of the night. Back northeast, Aiden Long scores! For the Capitals, Kansas in the slot. Scores! Scores! 9-2 Caps lead.
And now, let's send it out to the arena with the voice of the Capitals, Drew Steele.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome into Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena here in Middleton, Wisconsin for tonight's USHL matchup between your 13-5, 1-1 Madison Capitals and the visiting Chicago Steele, who come in with a record of 7-14, 2-0 on the season. My name's Drew Steele. I'll be captaining the ship going through your ocean all evening long. The Capitals and the Steele facing off against each other for the second straight game. It was the Capitals getting out to an early lead on the road last week in Chicago, a 2-1 lead through the first period, but then it was the Steele with 3 unanswered to grab their 7th win of the season and improve to 7-14, 2-0 on the year. Capitals hockey live here. Of course, the Capitals are going to be without a couple of big players throughout the night and throughout the next couple of weeks, with Caleb Heil, Riker Lee, Mason Moe, Ian Scherzer, and John Stout all representing their countries in international competition. Heil, Lee, Moe, and Stout at the World Junior A Challenge, and Ian Scherzer at the World Junior A level division there in Austria. He'll be playing for Austria in Slovenia. And I actually talked with Scherzer, and he actually said that Slovenia ice arena is just about an hour away from his hometown, so a lot of his family will be able to make the drive, and it'll feel like home for the Austrians in that one as they look to try to make it back into the World Junior Championships, which will actually take place in Minnesota here next season. Coming up in pregame, we'll go through all the lineups, the changes for the Capitals. Of course, the typical top line, Riker Lee, Mason Moe, and Finn Brink all out tonight, so the whole line shifts up a little bit. A couple of USHL debuts to go along with it. It's all leading up to puck drop. Capitals and Steele going at it here on Caps Radio on YouTube and Flow Hockey.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Capitals Hockey is live here on Flow Hockey and Caps Radio on YouTube. Thanks for joining us on the pregame show here this evening. Pregame show brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports. We'll get to that read at some point here during the pregame show, but let's just dive into the lineups as the Steele come in with a record of 7-14-2-0. We'll start with our visitors here for this evening. Ashton Schultz, the North Dakota commit centers, Ben Yurchik and Ryder Betzold on the first line for the Steele. Valentini, one of the tenders for the Steele this season, on the second line, centering Owen Tylik and Tobias Omen. On the third line, it's Henry Major centering Gockler and Sisson. And on the fourth line, it's Charlie Pardue, the USNTDP alum, with Dyer and Tomko on his side. Timothy Kozda gets the extra forward duties here tonight for the Steele. On the back end, it's Noah Lapointe with Hudson Gorski on the first pair, Chris Reiniger and Alex Kalbeck on the second pair, Cross Korean Khan on the third pair with Eric Comstock, the extra defenseman for the Steele. Luca Cloutier gets the start for the Steele between the pipes. The Steele are led by head coach and general manager Mike Garman, associate head coach Tyler Haskins, assistant coach Michael Gurska, and director of hockey operations and goalie coach Dawson Savchenko. On the other side for the Madison Capitals, a lot of line changes with a lot of players out. Nevers, Barabanov, and Cowan left to right across the ice up front on line one. Eulenkamp, Long, and Johnson on the second line there for Madison. They'll get the start tonight, but we'll get to that later on here in the pregame show. Waterfield, Capel, and Ty left to right, and Alex Lunsky will center Ryder and Majewski, who's making his USHL debut on that fourth line. Camden Nimmer also making his USHL debut as an affiliate, the extra forward tonight for the Capitals. On the back end, it's Buchberger and Moline on the first pair, Jamieson and Kawaja on the second, Michaud and Shirey on the third pair, with Ivan Karadiak as the extra forward for the Capitals here this evening. A.J. White gets the start for Madison. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your Bergstrom Auto starting lineups. It's Capitals Hockey on the home of Capitals Hockey, the Capitals Broadcast Network.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Back here on the pregame show, it's time for your Bergstrom Auto starting lineups, and we'll first start with the visiting Chicago Steele up front. It's Valentini centering Tylik and Omen. On the back end, it's Reiniger with Kalbeck, and Luca Cloutier gets the start for the Steele on the back end. For the Capitals, Aiden Long centers Gavin Eulenkamp and Diego Johnson on the first line. On the back end is Buchberger and Moline. A.J. White gets the start for the Capitals. Puck drop right around the corner. Thanks for joining us here on the pregame show. We'll be back with Capitals hockey right after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
And he scores!
Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a season ticket for the best seats and perks. Or, if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-257-2277 and let's get you in the game.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Ho! Welcome to the Make It Jingle with Chris Kringle podcast. Today we're talking to Jan from Toyota, all about Toyotathon.
Hi!
So, Jan, got any red Tacomas?
Yeah, we have a great selection of vehicles, including Tacomas.
After my big job, I'm taking the missus down to Florida to go surfing.
Did you say Florida? Can the elves and I go too?
Dealer inventory may vary. Current offers on these vehicles end December 2nd. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 6th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
For 35 years, AmeriPrint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriPrintApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. AmeriPrint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
If you did so, via across your Flow Hockey screen and Capitals Radio Network here this evening. A sellout crowd expected. Buses making their way from downtown. Great night for hockey here this evening. Officials for tonight's game, referees Eric Arrigo and Miroslav Irintz. The linesmen are Duncan Magera and Odin Nelson. Eric Arrigo gets ready to get things going. Chicago will move left to right, and they win the draw back wearing the white tops and white socks trimmed with black and red throughout. They get the drop that far side. Kalbeck scored for the Steele on Saturday night in Geneva as the Capitals will transition back the other way. The Capitals, a big storyline for tonight's contest, missing some key pieces. The Capitals trying to say we don't really need them. at least here this evening, they don't need him. As up the near side, it's Chicago on it. A bunch of the Capitals out due to serving for their nations at different events throughout the planet. Of course, we have offside on the Steele. Players out include Caleb Heil, Riker Lee, Mason Moe, Ian Scherzer, and John Stout due to international duty. Heil, Lee, Moe, and Stout all playing for the U.S. at the World Junior A Challenge. This Capital squad will have a lot of opportunity tonight, would be the word I would say. Up and down the lineup, some players that usually don't get as hefty of minutes as they typically might want. Capitals of what we've seen this season all out today. So very interesting to see how lines shake up and everything throughout the next couple of games with the International Alberta next week. On the near side, down in deep, it's Jurczyk playing down. Jurczyk, the leading scorer for the Steele. Betzel now on it. Up that far side, the Capitals poke it around, and Jamieson will chip up the far side wall. It escapes the zone. Jamieson right back on it. Is a minute and a half into period number one. Waterfield carries into the offensive zone for the Caps. Down on the near side, it's Capel sent up against the wall. Waterfield coming away with it. Hudson Gorski, the Cornell commit, starts up ice for Chicago, but it's stopped at neutral by the Capitals. The Capitals turn it over, though, and now Sisson into the offensive zone. Sisson was out due to suspension on Saturday. His team took home 2 points. He's trying to generate some offense here early. LaPointe down into the corner. Capitals on it. It's Michaud up against the wall. Poked around a bit. Capel sends it to the far side as the Caps try to clear out of the zone. It's held in on that far side. Sisson puts a body up against the wall. Shirey there to clean things up for the Capitals, though, just past the 2-minute mark here in period number one. Waterfield up the near side wall, battling with a Chicago defenseman. They'll send it down in deep. A couple of Caps go for a change, allowing some new Caps onto the ice. As Lunsky plays the body down in the corner on the near side, the Capitals back on it. Lunsky has a player out front, feeds it to him, and they score! It's Max Ryder early on for the Capitals. Just 2:28 into the first period. Ryder picks up his second USHL goal as the newly formed line on that fourth in Majewski. Majewski in his USHL debut will get the secondary assist on that one as well. First USHL point on what I think would be his first USHL shift as well. They'll throw that one up there as they threw it for the first point. Took the puck out, did Lunsky. Coach Dominic Zambos, they'll do first goals. Either way, an impressive start for the Capitals squad. Down a couple of guys. We'll hear from Rich Reynolds.
Alex Lunsky.
So no assist awarded to Majewski at first. That'll get corrected at intermission as Majewski fed it that time to Lunsky as Karadiak on the far side gets things moving to Moline. The Capitals have a player stretching the zone. It's Max Ryder on it once again. Ryder into the offensive zone. That far side throws on the brakes. That was Diego Johnson. He'll get it up to the point instead for Jamieson. Near side, Buckberger towards the goal, deflected by Lunsky. Puck sits out front. Cloutier clears to the clear up the near side. Except they poke it away from Buckberger, and now into the offensive zone comes Reed Kahn. Scored his first USHL goal in this building a couple of seasons back. He'll send it down in deep, and the Capitals transition up the far side. Ahead, Johnson tries to feed for Long there. Long moves to center with the players out of the lineup here this evening as the Capitals hold on the far side. Playing along that far side wall was Valentini, one of two far side. Playing along that far side wall was Valentini, one of two tenders for the Chicago squad. Eulenkamp down low, Long scores! The Capitals up front. Able to slam home too early in this one. It's Aiden Long with the goal, 7th of the season, 16th of the career. Sent up there by Eulenkamp, and the Caps buzzing early. Blue jerseys. Now over the last $3 beer nights, including tonight, 24-3 is the goal differential. As Caps fans still filing into the building here. We'll already have a 2-goal lead with the Capitals when they sit down. As Madison with the early lead. Face off one back to Kawasha up the far side. The Capitals chipping into the offensive zone. Madison trying to get redemption as a penalty coming up on Chicago. I think Valentini will be heading to the box, as that'll send Madison to their first power play of the night as we get a little scuffle after the whistle. 16:09 to go in the first period. And the Capitals already with dose on the scoreboard. Valentini heads to the penalty box, and I wonder if they're going to chat about how long it should be for. Sure enough, they are. The two referees, as they're going to go and throw up a number. 2 minutes for boarding. So that sends Madison to the power play, 25% on the season, 4th in the USHL. Chicago on the kill, 71.6%, good enough for 15th in the league. Capitals' first power play unit changes up a little bit here tonight. It's Kawaja, Long, Johnson, Cowan, and Jamison for the Caps out there. Usually the flanks are Lee and Mo on this top unit. Near side, it's Kawaja, scored in the last game, scored his first USHL goal. Far side now, Cowan. Cowan's shot whistles by the goal up into the protective netting. It's a deflection out, so it keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Madison, so we're getting our first look at that first power play unit. Kawaja at the near side at this moment for the Capitals is actually the defenseman. Riker Lee, of course, one of the best power play players in the league, out at the World Junior A Challenge. Bayo and points on the power play on this unit specifically for Madison. Into the offensive zone, it's Cowan. Cowan drops back for Jamison. Jamison spins to the point for Johnson there, who is filling in for him, as now the Caps settle things down up top. Jamison near side, Kawaja, one-time shot, fanned on it a little bit, got a piece of it, but sent it into the corner. Out front now, Johnson's shot goes wide. Capitals will try to hold on the near side. They're able to. It's Jamison. Far side now for Cowan. A little too much sauce on it as it hits the half wall. As he gets it up top now, does Cowan for Johnson. It goes over the goal. Comes to the near side. Jamison holds once again. Halfway through this power play for Madison. A couple of chances early already with the 2-0 lead as Kawaja on the near side takes it down into the corner before getting it up top for Jamison. Far side Cowan. Back to the middle for Johnson. Near side Kawaja's shot stopped by Cloutier. Had his first goal on Saturday, was looking for his second. Aiden Long gets into it out front with some blood already boiling, just 5:07 into this first period. Face-off will come in the offensive zone for Madison. Second unit to come onto the ice is Lunsky alongside Capel, Barabanov, Michaud, and Eulenkamp. Couple of different characters you don't see on the power play, and this is what I was talking about earlier in this one. Some guys that will have their chance here in this one to prove they're needing more ice time. This is exactly what it is. It's almost a prove-it couple of weeks for the Capitals as this one sent all the way down. Some players that haven't gotten a ton of power play time this season on the power play here this evening. Eulenkamp near side to Barabanov. Barabanov, of course, when the Chicago Steele were last here in this building, Barabanov 7 points that weekend, 4 points on that night. Barabanov into the offensive zone on the near side. Toe drags around Barabanov looking for a shooting lane. Cloutier shuts all shooting lanes down, and Chicago able to clear the zone, and that'll do it for power play number 1 for Madison. So 0 for 1 as Valentini steps out of the box on the far side. Sisson on the far side plays to Valentini. It's held on the line, says the officiating crew here. Valentini down into the corner, cross screen out front. Sisson scores. Chicago brings themselves within 1. 6:02 into the second period. First period, wow. We're all over the place tonight. As Colin Sisson out of the lineup on Saturday due to suspension, able to finish that one off. Cross-Curry with the primary assist there. And Sisson picks up goal number 10 on the season, 13 points. Chicago forward. This line will stay out. There was actually Ashton Schultz with the primary there. But just past the 6-minute mark of period number 1. Already 3 goals finding themselves on the scoreboard is on the far side. Camden Nimmer plays down into the corner. He's making his USHL debut as well. Nimmer and Majewski, the pair of affiliates making those USHL debuts. Sam Scopa, the backup goaltender for the Capitals, played a couple of years with Cedar Rapids. He's the backup tonight, as Caleb Heil at the World Junior A's as well. So a bunch of Caps there, but it also allows some opportunity and some call-ups as well. USHL debuts for Mason Majewski, already picked up an assist in this one. Nimmer out there now for the Capitals on that far side wing. He gets possession of the puck in his feet there and gets things moving along. As the kick lifted down to recover briefly for the Caps before Chicago starts up the near side wall. Betzold into the offensive zone, comes through the middle, near side Pardue. Pardue down low for a moment as Buchberger tied up against the wall. Pardue there as well. The Capitals skate away with it. It was Eulenkamp there for Madison. Up along. It's Johnson, drops back for Moline. Moline shot. Madison up along. It's Johnson, drops back for Moline. Moline shot that time, sticked away. Poke it to slow things down just ever so slightly. Icing waved off as the Capitals deflected it along the way. Austin Moline on the far side. The Philadelphia Flyers draft property plays ahead for Johnson. Buchberger back to Johnson, the Billet brother, the whole way down the ice. A Chicago player shoves two, Caps down behind the play. And now back the other way come the Steele as play will be blown dead for offside. Awkward play in the corner. Buchberger shaken up for Madison. 12:09 remains here in the first period. 2-1 the score. Caps in the lead early. Max Ryder, the first goal scorer for, followed up by the alternate captain, Aiden Long. Other side, it was Colin Sisson. Valentini in his second unit out there for Chicago. Valentini, the 10th tender in Chicago Steel history. Of course, they have a couple of tenders you may have heard of before in their past. Macklin Celebrini being one of them. As Cowan carries into the offensive zone. Celebrini, of course, tearing it up with the San Jose Sharks. The November NHL Rookie of the Month. Ahead for Tylik, a little too far in front of him was Valentini. They have two tenders on this team due to the Steele. Callum Croskery, the other, as the Capitals just flutter that one through neutral ice ahead his way towards the net. Goes over the goal that time, tripped up along the way. They say no call as back the other way comes Chicago. Tylik through the feet that time of Jamieson. Picks up in the corner. Tylik taken away for a moment, but he grabs it back for the Steele. Kowasia pokes at it and shovels it up the near side wall out of the zone. Tobias Omen on possession to the far side into the offensive zone. Comstock drops back. Reed Kahn, shot blocked by Barabanov. Up top, Steele down into the corner now for Henry Major. Of course, the brother of Steele forward last season, Charlie Major, and out towards neutral ice. The Capitals able to corral things there. A couple of brothers of former Steele players on this Chicago squad. Michael Haig's little brother Alex on this squad. Of course, Michael now at Michigan was selected in the first round by Montreal last year. Up the near side wall, the Capitals try to clear to neutral. Ryder to the middle, trying to get possession there for a moment was Majewski. And they'll send it all the way down. It'll be icing on Madison at the 10:34 marker of period number one. 2-1 our score. We're due for a media timeout the next time we have the opportunity. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports. Play It Again Sports is your go-to store for all your sports gear needs, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade in your gently used equipment. They've got you covered. From hockey skates and sticks to fitness and training gear, you'll find top brands at unbeatable prices. Keep your gear fresh and your game strong, along with keeping your wallet happy. Play It Again Sports, a proud partner of the Madison Capitals. Face off in the defensive zone. One back by the Capitals. Chicago puts some heavy pressure on as that allows Madison to start forward and really have an easy breakout. And out at neutral ice, Madison able to send it all the way down. Just about 10 minutes to go here in this first period of play. Madison with two early ones. Chicago finding the retaliation quickly after Madison's power play was unsuccessful. The only power play of the night thus far. Yurchik near side finds Gorski. It just trickles over his stick into the corner now. Sisson up against the wall there. Shirey skates away with it for Madison up against that far side wall. Madison coming away with it. It's Max Ryder powering his way through, trying to stick handle a couple of times. Too many. Gorski got a piece of him, and back the other way comes Chicago. Past the halfway point in the first. A stick lift on the far side. Flusters Ben Yurchik into the corner. Now Sisson, the goal scorer for the Steele. Near side for Schultz. Capitals take over and start back. It's Waterfield powering his way towards the goal. Waterfield backhands one towards Cloutier. Puck still alive in the slot. Waterfield takes a hack at it with the backhand, but it goes into the corner as Karadiak will hold on the near side. Karadiak down low, tries to stick handle around a player for Chicago. He's unable to, but the Capitals will hold the line on the near side. Up against the half wall, they try to play things out front. Chicago somehow able to clear and enter the offensive zone on the far side. It's Betzel near side. Tylik shot held on to. 8:59 remains in the first. 2-1 our score in favor of Madison. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the home of the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Hey, Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise.
Back here in Middleton, Caps up 2-1 as an offensive zone drop is one ahead by the Steele. Omen Heilich, but it's fanned on. Omen up top near side for Reiniger. Shot goes wide. I don't know if White corralled things out towards neutral, but either way, it got out there as the Chicago defense starts up ice once again. Omen down in deep. The Capitals chase after it. It's Moline getting things shoveled along there by Long, and now Eulenkamp with a whole bunch of speed through neutral ice into the offensive zone, trying to stick handle around the veteran Reed Kahn. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson to Long. Unable to get things towards the goal. Jamieson will hold in for Madison. Jamieson down into the corner. Far side now. A shot comes from a sharp angle on that far side. It was Eulenkamp ripping one into the shoulder of Cloutier. Johnson out front. A shot goes wide. Rebound sits there, but no Capital is present. And on the near side, Chicago able to clear out the neutral ice. Nevers there for the Capitals, gets things over to Buckberger. Able to clear things to Jamieson, and the Capitals will go get a handful of changes. As the Capitals just in front of their own bench will have too many men on Chicago. 7 guys out there in a fight at the same time. Johnson with Tylik. They call too many on Chicago. Madison at the same point had too many as well. I think the Capitals will be heading to a power play here, though. Johnson and Tylik will both head to the penalty box on the far side. Too many on Chicago. Eric Arrigo, I think, is going to go tell the other referee that there are 6 out there for Madison. I think there should be too many on both here. If we're going to take one, we got to take the other. Miroslav Iritz says there was 7 to 6 out there on the ice. So it wasn't just the 1 too many, it was 2 too many for the Steele. So Madison should be heading to their second power play of the night. They're going to figure out what the penalties on Tylik and Johnson are at the same time, as our officiating crew gets things settled down right on top of the Caps logo at center ice. The 2 referees will go over. They give the penalties to that far side wall. Too many on Chicago. I think that has to be classified as a fight, if I'm not mistaken. On that one, I don't know for a fact. Head coach and general manager of Chicago, Michael Gerska, going to ask the question I asked. If it was too many on Chicago, probably has to be too many on Madison. Again, what I'll say, though, 7 guys out there for the Steele, only 6 for Madison. Still 1 too many, but at the same time, I don't know. So I guess we'll hear from Rich Reynolds here in the arena what they'll give Johnson and Tylik as the Capitals head to the power play, and Drew Waterfield will take the spot of Diego Johnson on this top unit for the Caps. Miroslav Iritz asking, hey, who am I supposed to talk to here between Dominic Zombo on the bench and Tom Gilbert? Of course, Andy Brandt at the World Junior A Challenge as well for the Capitals. The old skipper not behind the bench. We're going back to 2023 when Tom Gilbert was the interim head coach for the Caps. As a face-off one back to Jamison. Is on the far side, it's Cowan. 4 minutes for fighting, I think, is what they just gave. As up top now, Jamison, near side for Kawasia. Kawasia's shot goes wide of the goal and on the far side. So it's 4 minutes for fighting for both of them, but at the same time, it's too many men. Served by Tomko. A Cowan shot whistles wide and caroms out towards neutral ice. Jamison will go and pick up for Madison and start up ice up that far side. He drops back for Cowan. Cowan to the far side into the offensive zone. Waterfield tripped up, no call. Chicago will try to clear, and they'll be able to. It'll go all the way down 40 seconds into this man advantage. The Capitals have to start from beyond their own goal line. Jamison struggling to settle the puck down. Finally does. He'll step out to the left of his goaltender, A.J. White, and get things moving forward to Jet Kawasia. Long tries to keep things moving to Kawasia. Gets up on Long, and Long's able to hold it in, but it goes right to a member of the Steele who send it all the way down. The Capitals will go make a change between Unit 1 and Unit 2. Unit 1 had one shot attempt, but it went wide from Kawasia. Barabanov drops back for Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp through neutral ice, near side Michaud. Michaud pokes it ahead. Lunsky didn't think he could get good possession to the offensive zone, and the linesmen say that they're offside. Odin Nelson, the linesman, blowing that one dead. 6:37 to go in the first, 42 to go on the power play for the Capitals. 2-1 to score. Madison in the lead. The goal for tonight scored by Max Ryder and Aiden Long. Other side, it's Colin Sisson. Max Ryder's second of his career. Face shot just outside the offensive zone. Capel and Schultz, the two centers, at the face-off dot. Face-off one back, offensive zone. Barabanov drops back, trying to hold things off was Michaud. And on the near side, the Capitals able to get possession back, but the Capitals just unable to get zone time here on the power play. And a lot of these players, like I mentioned the first time, not a ton of power play time for some of these guys, but the people that were struggling there were actually Barabanov and Michaud, who have played on this second unit together for a majority of the season. On the near side, the Capitals battling for possession back. Comes away on the stick of the Steele. They'll clear up the near side wall. It escapes the zone, does not escape the Capitals' side of center ice and ahead. The Capitals trying to send things forward. Instead, it results in a 2-on-0. Sisson has Tomko. Sisson's shot kicked away by A.J. White. And now numbers for the Capitals back the other way. Barabanov's got a whole bunch of speed. Barabanov stick handles, trying to toe drag around a Steele defenseman. And the Steele able to kill off their second penalty kill of the night. And up the near side, the Capitals carry into the offensive zone. Chicago's bench wanted a too-many call. They didn't get it. I think they were probably right in their call for it. And a shot that time sits out front. It's in Cloutier's pads. The Capitals scramble for it and pick up on the near side. Karadiak up top far side now for Shirey. Shirey's shot whistles up into the cap by Sky. Sent into the wall as Croskery behind the goal. Up the near side, the Capitals try to hold. They're able to, but it goes right to a Steele player. And that's where Max Ryder can start forward. Ryder knuckles that one in. Cloutier holds for a whistle. 5:03 to go in the first. The Capitals and Steele go back and forth on some rushes there. Cloutier catching his breath, as you see there on Flow Hockey, in an offensive zone draw for the Caps upcoming. Face off on the near side to the right of Cloutier in goal. Dyer and Ty, the centerman. Ty's kicked out of the circle. So Max Ryder will go to take the draw. Face-off one back by Chicago. Comstock plays it off the wall, almost a little too far in front of his teammate on that far side. The Capitals able to slow down the Chicago rush just outside the defensive zone of the Steele as they'll grab it back and start now. LaPointe, the former national team development player, one of three on this Steele roster, carries into the offensive zone. Omen on the far side looking for options. Omen near side. Valentini's shot kicked around a bit and goes over the goal. I think A.J. White got a blocker on it and sent it high of the four. Powering his way down towards the offensive zone. It'll be offside, rather icing on the Caps. So players are sent back to the bench as Majewski will have to make his way back to the bench as well. Face off will be on the far side to the right of A.J. White in goal. Duncan McGarrett trying to sort things out for the linesman. Tom Gilbert gives him a bit of grief. I don't know if his head coach and general manager Andy Brandt typically does. As on that far side, Karadiak starts things up ice. Shirey through neutral now to the far side into the offensive zone. Nimmer helps it get to Shirey. Nimmer, far side, Eulenkamp near side looking for Shirey. It got deflected along the way and never got to the defenseman. As out front, the Capitals with a chance. It's long. Shot goes wide. He pokes at the rebound that comes actively off the end wall. Feeds it out front. No one home for Madison. Scrambling for it. Or the steal, and they're able to get things out towards neutral ice. And that's where Aiden Dyer has it poked off of his stick. And now ahead, Aiden Long behind the defense has a player on the near side. That time it was Majewski with him as Eulenkamp tried to feed it to the Madison native. Instead, back the other way comes Chicago. Under 4 to go here in period number 1. 2-1, this score is down in deep. The Capitals sent up against the wall. Bad plays up the far side. Majewski chips out to neutral. Hustling after it's Long. On the near side, the Capitals have pressure on it, and Chicago just sends it into their offensive zone, turning things over. But they think they're just glad to not have a Capitals rush out of that first one there. Buckberger into the offensive zone. Now for Nevers. Nevers looking for an option. Plays it into the corner. Up top now for Cowan. Cowan and Nevers, former teammates at Edina High School, won a state championship out there on the same line tonight, and they have been majority of their time here with the Capitals, although it's only been about a third of a game thus far, maybe a little bit over that, 2/3 closer to, as the Capitals in the offensive zone. A shot never has the trigger pulled on it. It was Barabanov that was just stunted up a little bit as A.J. White holds for a whistle. The affiliate for Chicago, Timothy Kozda, snows it looks like. It wasn't too egregious. Faceoff will be in the defensive zone for Madison. 2:42 to go in the first. I'm in that Cowan and Nevers have been together on the line chart. Weeks that Nevers has been on the roster. Cowan got booted from the first game and had a suspension right after it. This is actually their first time back together since he was kicked out of the game. Chicago now kicked out of the circle, so having a winger in there. Gockler and Cowan typically playing the wall in the circle now. Face-off is won back by Cowan. It looked like at least. Instead, the steal pick up, and now the Caps try to come back the other way. Nevers achieves the red line and a backward skate his way into the Barabanov on the half wall. Jamieson up top sends one towards the goal. Active comes towards Kawazia, and it's kicked into the corner. Far side up against the wall. Down there for Madison. Coming away with it, Chicago, as a trip looked like could have came. Instead, it's the Capitals with a player behind the defense. A nice job with the stick was Kozda to stop that first rush, and the Capitals now deep in, and it's Timothy Kozda again. The first draft pick of the Steele here in the Phase 1 draft this past season. Stopping things for the Capitals offensively is now Cowan carries in. Cowan sends one towards the goal, kicked wide by Cloutier. Cloutier, the only NHL drafted player on this Chicago squad. Drafted this past summer by the Colorado Avalanche. Jamieson up the far side, surveys the field of play, gets things ahead for White. One towards the goal, deflects a couple times. The puck! Capel with his 4th of the season on a rebound that just sat there for Cloutier, and the Capitals regain the 2-goal lead. Waterfield tried to play it to Capel and never got there. Cloutier had it sit in front of him. He was looking down at it on his right, and he just couldn't get enough on it. Capel comes in, takes a hack at it, and the Capitals regain the 2-goal lead. 3-1 Caps, 1:33 to go in the first. Nice goal there for Sam Capel. 3 of his goals coming at home here this season. Another one here today, and Capel's one of those players that I'm sure he would love to get more and more ice time and some power play time, and that's how you do it. You put the puck in the back of the net, and he'll have an opportunity. Opportunities galore here the next couple of weeks for Madison. Up the near side, Lunsky holds the line with the big body check. Down low, Brendan Tye. Brings around the kick plate to the far side. Lunsky chases after it, pokes it around a bit as a minute to go in the period is announced here in the arena. Up that far side wall, Sisson lets it go by. It escapes the zone. Shirey on that far side will play there as Lunsky looks for options. Lunsky gets things ahead for Majewski. The Capitals probably lucky to not get a too many there As Majewski down in the near side corner battling against the Steele defense. Is the Steele out towards neutral now. Reed Kahn, the New Hampshire commit, plays it down in deep. Acquired by the Steele in the 22-23 season in a trade that sent Zam Plant to Fargo, as he was the only player in the trade for the Force at the time. Ryder already has one tonight, down in deep, looking for options, plays it from a sharp angle, far side, now Moline, down low. Ryder lets it poke by, and Majewski chases after it. Up the far side wall, Valentini sidesteps the hit, and now it's a 2-on-1 for Chicago. Tomko near side for the player in Gorski, who sends it wide. And time will expire here in period number 1. 3-1 through 20 minutes of play. We'll get to all the scoring summary and so much more at intermission. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the home for the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey around with great taste. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go, okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected season long? Follow us on social, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip caters to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some unforgettable memories. Get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today, because there's nothing like live hockey.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores! Looking to catch all the Capitals action this season? Whether you're bringing your friends, family, or coworkers, our group tickets make for an unforgettable night of hockey. Want the VIP experience? Check out our private suites for the ultimate comfort and a great view of the game. Don't miss a second of the season. Grab a seat, or if flexibility is your game, our 10-ticket flex plan lets you choose when you want to be there. Call the Capitals ticket office today at 608-25.
Sun Prairie has been the one-stop online
crushing hits to highlight reel goals. The Capitals bring the excitement of the right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's LegacyCapsHockey.com today, because
with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs, so tender you won't need a knife. Savor every sip of our legendary margaritas, from tangy classics to fruity fusions.
Cloutier already with the early start. Capitals, I mentioned the scoring first stat as well. 12-1, 0-1 when scoring first. That one loss coming on Saturday. Madison carried a 2-1 lead to intermission after scoring. Chicago able to defeat them in regulation the first time the Caps didn't collect points when scoring first. The Capitals a little bit more successful after 2 periods of play, but of course that first goal is ever so important because you're either deciding who's chasing the game. Up the near side, Barabanov plays down low for a moment for Cowan. It circles around the wall to the far side, back on it. Nevers there, pops it loose. Chicago looked like they were going to have it for a moment. Instead, Barabanov on the far side gets tied up, and now coming forward is Ashton Schultz. The North Dakota commit gets things moving forward. John Stout's teammate in high school last season at Minnetonka. As the Caps in the defensive zone, I should say, is Jurczyk the leading scorer, and up the near side comes Bobby Cowan. Cowan chugs the legs, jump down in deep where the Capitals regain. Shirey has it poked away on his pass up that far side. It was intended for Nevers, who moseys his way towards the bench, but he'll stay on the ice. Up the near side, things out to the far side, circles around, drops down for Barabanov. Was Schultz's teammate at one point there as well. Out towards neutral, Chicago able to clear under 11 to go in the period. We're due for immediate timeout. The next whistle that allows one. Kahn ties a body up in Barabanov. The Capitals go and dig that one out. Looking for Nevers was Cowan. And back the other way for Chicago. Jurczyk ahead for Sisson. The two have played a bunch of games with the Chicago Steele. A Fandon pass on the far side allows a chance for Chicago, and it rings off the post again. That post has been the Capitals' friend, to say the least, tonight, as Waterfield awkwardly taken down beneath the play. Gorski down with him. They're both back up to their feet chasing after the play. 9:45 into this second period. The Capitals on the far side get things moving ahead. Brendan Tye into the offensive zone. All of his goals come here at Cap Ice this season. He loses a wheel, though, and back comes Gockler. Gockler scored on Saddle. This time he's offside. Second period even. 3-1. Caps Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance room base or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams, which is good.
Back here in Middleton, Caps at the moment lead defensive zone here in a moment. Reminder that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Marian University. Marian University is where your career starts with exceptional faculty, lifelong learning, and an engaging, supportive environment. Marian University is where your career has the chance to explore your dreams and uncover the defensive zone for Madison on the far side. As the faceoff is won back by the Steele. Comstock sends it down in deep. Capitals with 3 goals in the first. Chicago answered with 1 in the first as well. No scoring halfway through this second period. Chicago with the better chances, though, I would say. A couple of posts hit in the process, and Madison, I think, lucky to still be ahead by 2 at this point. Kicked on the near side, A.J. White, and that's the big reason why Madison's been able to. It's been the post, but it's also been the goaltender, A.J. Into the offensive zone. Waterfield after it for Madison. The only player not going for a change is Waterfield as he ties the play up on the far side. His new will join him in the corner. Lunsky unable to get possession, but now it's Moline. Feeds it ahead for Moline there, and Moline rings it off the post. It was actually the Radiak feeding it ahead for Moline. Be wild if Moline fed it that far ahead for himself. As up the near side, now Dyer into the offensive zone. Dyer there for Madison. Austin Moline yet to score his first USHL goal. Has had a whole bunch of chances here recently as the Capitals avoid a big hit at neutral. Chicago went for the puck, and now they have it in the offensive zone. Tylik has it poked away. Karadiak sends him down to the ice surface as the Capitals send it back into their own defense. Leaves for Kalbeck. Kalbeck scored for the Steele on Saturday night in Geneva as Omen won't be able to hold carry in for Chicago, but the Capitals, the former Danbury hat trick. Edge enough? No, it will not. Squad, some tired legs and some tired plays here in this second period. Madison, with how they've been playing this period, I think they're lucky. They haven't committed any penalties. Usually when you get these tired plays like that happen where Ben Jurczyk falls, and I don't know if it was because of Austin Moline, but the Capitals Plays it ahead for Jurczyk. Jurczyk down in the corner, feeds it out front. Betzold shot blocked along the way. Betzold in the far side, the Arizona State commit down low for Jurczyk. Jurczyk trying to pick which way he's going to go out. He goes to Schultz, and Schultz is stopped by A.J. White. A.J. White this season with a 5-3 1-0 record, 2-6 1-0 record, 2.602 save percentage. The St. 2 save percentage. The St. Thomas commit going to have some playing time over the next couple of plays in at least 3 of the 4. The far side, Uhlenkamp trying to poke it out. Instead, it's Valentini leaving there for Tylik. Tylik pokes Omen, takes it beneath the goal line, trying to get something for Chicago. Splits the difference between Valentini and Komps. Gorski up top for Reiniger. 6:45 to go in the period. Drops back for Gorski. Gorski back to the far side for the Princeton commit. Down low, feeds it through the middle. Hustling after it is Gorski, so a delayed call on Madison's Diego Johnson. Allows an extended play here with the extra attacker for the Steele. Gorski hit hard. No lead. Buckberger uses the body. Diego Johnson to the box for a hold. Sends the Capitals to their first penalty kill of 79.6% on the year. Teddy Mutrin. Capitals win the draw and send it down quickly into the kill. It's Tylik, Jurczyk, Sisson, Tomko, and the player over here in Gockler. Out front, Sissons has it poked away, and now Madison's off to the races. A player beneath the defense is Nevers. Nevers on the near side, short-handed, and a nice save by Cloutier to keep it a 2-goal difference. Madison, short-handed, had the best chance of this power play thus far. No defenseman on that top unit for the Steele as Tomko will drop back. Gorski will spin things back for Sisson, and on the near side, Jurczyk into the offensive zone. Jurczyk on the far side will circle back. Down low for Tomko. Sisson gets a change, so only Jurczyk remains from the first unit. Schultz towards the middle, sends one wide of the goal. On the far side, it's picked up by Jurczyk. Back the other way, Gorski down in deep for the Steele as he was expecting some zone time out of it. So the defenseman for Chicago out there on the power play gets sucked down, and that allows Madison the ability to kill off the remainder of that penalty. Johnson, fresh out of the penalty box, had established himself on the ice surface, so no call on that. I've seen that one a couple of times where the player steps out of the penalty box on the far side, plays the puck before he can, or a body. That'll send him right back to the penalty box. Out front, a chance for Chicago. Goes by the wayside, is up the near side. Now Max Ryder tried to play things for Diego Johnson, and instead Karadiak will play it off the window all the way down. They say icing on Madison. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Karadiak was on the red line. We will see here in a moment. Aiden Shirey hops over the wall. The face-off will be in the defensive zone. That linesman goes all the way back, barking at the bench of Madison. Majewski, the last one out there for Madison. We'll have to go make a change as a face-off won back by the Steele offensively. Under 4 to go in the second period. Chicago 0 for 1 on the power play. Madison 0 for 2. Neither team on the man advantage at the moment. Chicago had just had one killed off a moment ago. Far side. Up that far side wall. Major sends it. Major sat out on Saturday night. Back in the lineup. His brother Charlie now at Cornell. Near side, the Capitals try to clear the zone. They're able to, but it doesn't get much further than that as Shirey didn't get a whole lot on that clearance attempt. Near side, towards the middle, they're able to send it. The Capitals chip things out towards neutral ice. Carl Beck plays things forward, and that's where the Capitals back on it. Barabanov sends it all the way down. No icing is the call as Carl Beck ties up Cowan before they get to the puck. And on the near side, Reed Kahn will backhand that one all the way down. That'll be icing. 3:02 remains in the second. 3-1 the score. Face-off in the offensive zone for Madison. Top line will go and take a rest after it was a partially assembled top line. Majewski was out there with them. Second line hops over. It's Eulenkamp, Long, and Johnson. Face off on the far side. Pardue and Long tied up for a moment. Long plays it to the wall. It'll be sent out towards neutral ice. It'll hit the ceiling here in Middleton. Change will be allowed for Chicago. Defensive zone draw, though, for the Steele upcoming. See the bench there for Madison. Led by acting head coach Tom Gilbert. Here today is the associate head coach for Madison. Has served as the head coach for the Caps before. 6-7-0-1 all-time is Gilbert behind the bench for Madison as he served as an interim head coach in the 22 zone. Onside or the Steele up the near side. Coasia relays it along, but the Steele take over there. Betzel down front, kicked away by White. And the Capitals send it to the corner. Picking up there is Coasia, poked along up the near side wall. The Capitals will try to clear out to neutral, and they come with some speed. Eulenkamp to the far side for Long. Long pokes it ahead. Gorski chasing after him. Rebound sits there. It's still alive in the slot. And Chicago just tries to clear up the far side wall. Jamison unable to get anything offensively there as Coasia now hops up into the play offensively. Johnson dropped back, no one home for the Caps. Is back the other way comes Sisson. Sisson with the lone tally of the game for the Steele. Drops for Tylik. A couple of players off the bench. It's Comstock for the Steele. A shot goes off the post once again. Up and out, a play for a whistle. The Red Iron helping the Caps out. Mains in the second. 3-1 our score. Caps up in this one, but Chicago, I want to say it's 4 posts for Chicago and a post for Madison as well. Face-off offensive zone for the Steele. A.J. White looks to the right of his crease. Face-off is one. Chasing after it on the near side. Our Madison, they ring it around the kick plate to the far side. It slowed up along the way. A player falls for Chicago. That's Sisson down on the ice, I believe. He hops back up to his feet, but Madison skates away with possession. Up the near side, the Caps poke it out towards neutral. LaPointe into Brendan Ty, turned over, and back the other way comes Chicago. Sisson into the offensive zone. Sisson towards the middle, deflected towards the goal by Comstock, who holds on for a whistle, does A.J. White. A.J. White looking good here this evening in goal. Kept the Caps in this one, to say the least. Try to get an updated shots on goal tally for you at intermission. 3-1 our score. I feel like I've been looking to my left all night. Madison dominates period 1. Chicago really in the driver's seat here in the second. Nothing to show for it. Schultz shot deflects wide. Near side, Valentini looking for options. Towards the middle. Capitals looking for it. Unable to clear. Ryder into the offensive zone. Karadiak joins him, sends it wide. A rebound actively pops off the glass, and now back the other way comes Chicago and does the same. A big hit at the blue line. The Chicago bench upset about it. I think they probably have the right to be, as Valentini into the offensive zone. Valentini, a shot on goal, gloved by A.J. White, who holds on for a whistle. 36.4 seconds to go in the second. 3-1 the score. Face-off coming. Face-off will be to the right of White and goal. Face-off is tied up between the two bodies. 1-2 as the defensive zone draw will come for the Caps. They'll do it again, same circle. 20. The two-team centerman. Long wins the draw. Eulenkamp lifts his stick, and he's off to the races. Eulenkamp's shot ramps up. And tonight, his team's going to need something here in the next couple of minutes, though. The period or period 3. Face-off in the offensive zone again for Madison. Yurchik hops over for the Steele. Gorski and Comstock will as well. So An offensive zone draw and a hodgepodge line for Chicago. Cowan will be in the circle for Madison. Yurchik for Chicago. Face-off one back by Yurchik. Comstick plays it to the far side. Gorski will play the body. Nevers puts
front row seat for everything Capitals.
Reasons to love Texas Roadhouse. Your journey begins with irresistible appetizers. Indulge in our fall of the bone ribs. So tender, you won't sip of our legendary margaritas. From tangy classics to fruity fusions. Every bite and every sip cater to your every craving. Texas Roadhouse, a legendary experience like no other.
Family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make some fun for MadCapsHockey.com today.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinApparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our products are reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
And he scores!
Looking to catch.
Hey, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived. Hey, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Okay, I promise that's the last monkey pun.
Hey Caps fans, want to stay connected with your Madison Capitals all season long? Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes access, live game updates, exclusive player content, and so much more. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok, so whether you want to see jaw-dropping highlights, get the latest team news, or even score special deals, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment of the action. Follow the Capitals at Mad Caps Hockey today. That's at Mad Caps Hockey, your front row seat for everything Capitals.
Back here in Middleton, Caps up 3-1 at intermission number 2. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Green Bay falls to Des Moines 5-2 out at the American Cup in Rochester, New York. The USNTDP U18s take down Cedar Rapids 2-0. 4-3, Muskegon takes down Youngstown. So the Capitals could break the tie for third place and be ahead of Youngstown with a win here this evening. 4-1, Sioux City ahead of Tri-City at the end of number 2 there. 2-2 at the end of 2 in Dubuque between Waterloo and the Fighting Saints. 1-1 the score, Lincoln at Fargo at the end of period 2. And Sioux Falls ties things second period. Chicago's old friend Ben Wilmot with the game-tying goal in Omaha. So that one at 2 aside at the end of period number 2. As well. We'll head to a break. When we come back, period number 3, Caps up 3-1. You're listening to the home of Capitals Hockey, the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Monk's Bar and Grill doesn't monkey. Our menu will have you swinging from amazing appetizers to mouth-watering meals. One bite of our legendary Monk's Burger will make you go bananas. Okay, I'll stop with all the monkey puns. Besides, my food just arrived, and I can't eat and narrate at the same time. Climb on up to Monk's Bar and Grill today. Last monkey pun.
Hey, Caps.
You won't need to savor every sip of our legendary margarita, no other.
Looking for heart-pounding action and family-friendly fun? Look no further than the Madison Capitals. From bone-crushing hits to highlight reel goals, the Capitals bring the excitement of the USHL right here to Madison. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just looking for a night out, there's something for everyone. Get up close with the future stars of the NHL and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your and experience the atmosphere at Bob Suter's Legacy 20 Arena. Bring your friends, bring your family, and make sure get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because get your tickets at tickets.madcapshockey.com today because there's nothing like live.
Capitals Hockey Network. Caps wearing the navy blue tarps. Left to right will go the Steele. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Play It Again Sport. We'll poke it all. Acting head coach Tom Gilbert. Off in the defensive zone for Madison upcoming. Some tired legs. Acting head coach Tom Gilbert giving it to the linesman. Doesn't like the call. He gets the enough from Odin Nelson. Face off on the far side to the right of White and goal. Face off one back. Shot that time. Trickles past the goal into the corner on the far side. Tylick trickles past the goal into the corner on the far side. Tylick will play up the wall down low. Goes wide and the Capitals try to clear up that far side. They're unable to at their first attempt. First you don't succeed, try again. They get it out to Newt for the steal. Valentini into the offensive zone, avoids the hit of Johnson. Cross-Curry will send it down in deep. Omen on long. Remains in the third. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on the Capitals Broadcast Network.
Mics. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity always high quality, a sub above.
A huge thanks goes down to our friends at Play It Again Sports and Marion University for helping bring us tonight's broadcast to you at home. Thanks for joining us. Drew Steele, voice of the Capitals here. Face-off upcoming in the offensive zone for Chicago as they hit the ice on the power play. Their power play better on the road than 0.4% on the road. 7th road power play in the league this season. 16th penalty kill. Better percentage-wise at home. 78.1%. Shot comes from out front from Valentini. Deflected into the corner. Omen on the far side got that one up high. The Capitals able to clear. Omen looks to be okay. Cross-Curry, Schultz, Omen, Valentini, and on the near side in front of me here is the player in Aiden Dyer. Different unit for Chicago. They didn't like the look of the last one. Had 5 forwards last time out. Dyer up top for Cross-Curry. Cross-Curry's shot gloved by A.J. White, who holds on for a whistle. 8:35 to go in the third. 3-1 play. Chicago will relay that first unit back out there. Jurczyk, Sisson, Tomko, Gockler, and Tylick. No defensemen out there on the power play for Chicago. So it'll be interesting for the Steele. More prone to give up a shorthanded goal in this case, I would say. They've given up 2 this season, tied for 7th in the league. Puck at neutral ice. Tylick on possession. Tylick circles around a bit and will bounce it back to Jurczyk. Jurczyk, far side now. Sisson almost had it poked away. It would have been Aiden Long, shorthanded all alone. Instead, it's Sisson, the lone goal scorer for the Steele on the evening. Down in deep, Uhlenkamp sends it all the way down. He'll go for a change. 8:05 remains, period number 3. 45 on the power play for Chicago as Sisson starts up ice. Sisson loses a wheel. Dropped back, though, for Tylick. Tylick slow and steady into the offensive zone. Tomko on the near side drops back for Sisson. Sisson rings it around, tries to get it down low. Instead, it gets to Tomko on the half wall. The Capitals will try to clear. They're able to. Time to go on the power play for Chicago. LaPointe will hop out. It'll be 20 before they'll start up ice. 7.5 to go in the third. Caps lead by 2. Gockler drops back for LaPointe. LaPointe carries up that far side wall. Stick handles around one Capital. Sent up against the wall by another. The Caps ringing around the wall to the near side. All the way down to go. Chicago 0 for 2 on the power play tonight as Bobby Cowan steps out of the penalty box on the far side. Ty Has the puck pop to him. Drops there for Nevers. Nevers tries to feed back to him. Out front for Cowan, and it goes wide. Far side, Brendan Tye wrestles a player down to the surface. Tye on the near side corner trying to battle back for it. Cowan there as well for Madison. LaPointe on it. LaPointe up that far side wall to Pardue. They've been teammates for 3 years. Just the first here with Chicago. They were over at the NTDP along with their Princeton commit, Chris Reiniger. Cowan ahead, looking this time for Barabanov. Reiniger hustles after it, but Barabanov plays the body up against the wall. Call back. Unable to keep it, though, as Eulenkamp gets it to the point. Coasia down off the end wall. Cowan on the near side, looking for an outlet out front. Instead, plays it up top. Buckberger shot. Gloved by Cloutier, who holds on. 4 to go in the third. 3-1 our score with the faceoff upcoming in the offensive zone. Faceoff will be on the near side to the right of Cloutier in goal. We'll keep an eye on Cloutier down the stretch of this one. Long in his second unit out there for Madison. Dyer will take the draw for Chicago. Faceoff tied up in the foot of the linesman. I would say the feet, but it was just one foot that it was really caught up on. As Dyer with the shot, and he scores. An odd man rush for Chicago brings them within one. 5:44 remains in the third. Aiden Dyer won the draw, took it down the ice, slammed home his 6th of the year to bring Chicago within one. For the Steele, if I'm not mistaken, as they've mixed some units up, but I think they might have found one they like. Madison just won. Face-off won back by Chicago up the near side. Kahn looking for options. Will play it down in deep. Jamison plays it off the window out towards neutral ice. Upended that time. As now Dyer with it in the slot again. Down low, Jurczyk. Jurczyk looking for options. Will take it beneath the goal line. Plays to Dyer off the end wall. Dyer sheds his man that's on him. Gets it to Croskery. His shot never gets towards the goal. As Jurczyk picks up on the far side. Jurczyk has it taken away there on the far side by Majewski. Majewski chips it down in deep. It'll be icing on the Capitals. 5:12 to go in the third. I wonder if this is where the Caps will take their timeout. As Tom Gilbert, another, choosing not to here. Face-off in the defensive zone upcoming for Madison. You see the bench there of the Caps. Trying to keep a home win streak alive here in this one. A shot blocked up and out of play by Max Ryder. So the Caps defensive zone upcoming. Caps fans here this evening. And Cowan able to capitalize from an Aaron change. And Cowan able to capitalize from an Aaron change for Chicago on the other. Madison lead fourth, 20th point of the year. You can't let a goal scorer that much room out against Schultz in the circle. Face-off is won back. Gockler plays it up and out of play. Face-off in the offensive zone upcoming for Madison. 3:54 in the third. Bobby Cowan with their most recent tally. The face-off won back by Chicago. A nice job by enough where they'll just send it all the way down. It won't be icing as A.J. White will be the one to play over to Ivan Karadiuk. Karadiuk up the near side. Now Buckberger out towards neutral ice, throwing on the brakes for the Capitals and in the offensive zone. Drew Waterfield. Waterfield up against the wall, poked around a bit and back the other way. Come Chicago. Omen into the offensive zone. Omen bodied off the puck as the Caps will start back the near side wall. Tied up for him, pokes that one up and out of play. It goes about 7 feet from me. And one of our fans will be going home with a souvenir. Every one of yours should be all right. Soft little pop fly in front of me there, so nothing too crazy. Face off just outside the Capitals bench. Barabanov and Dyer, the two-team centermen. Timeout. Chicago will take one with them. Caps lead 4-2 with 3:11 to go in the third. Capitals hockey on the Capitals broadcast.
For 35 years, Ameriprint Apparel in Sun Prairie has been the one-stop shop for all your custom printing needs. Getting started is easy. Visit AmeriprinTapparel.com to browse through all our offerings and let us know how you need it customized. You can also give us a call or stop in. And if you need an individually customized online store, we offer them at no charge to you. Then our team will get to work and make your custom products a reality. Ameriprint Apparel, your logos, done right, done local.
Back here in Middleton, Caps up. The crowd rises to their feet. The jump around as the Capitals will love for their bench to jump here in a moment. Take home a 5th goal and 2 points with it. Face off just outside the defensive zone. They're allowing them to make all the changes they want. Face off just outside the defensive zone. Barabanov and Dyer, the two-team centermen. Nelson, the linesman, warns the players on the near side. Face-off is one to the near side wall by Barabanov. They take it all the way down to the Caps. Jamison plays to Moline. Moline up that far side wall to Cowan. Cowan chips it ahead, kind of knuckles out to neutral as Croskery gets things moving forward. Into the offensive zone, Chicago on possession. You'd think they'd be pulling the netminder. Looked like Mike Garman had the hand up like Luca Cloutier probably thinks the better of it. He stays in his crib for a moment. Zone comes Betzel. Sent up against the wall, Moline on it. Moline on the far side, tries to get things out, and Croskery holds for Chicago, turned over, and now back the other way come Madison. They were pulling their netminder as Nevers now has Moline on the far side, finds him there, and Moline was trying to go back to Nevers. Never gets there as the Capitals will hold inside the offensive zone. Ramps up and hits high off the window on the near side. The Capitals take it all the way offensive zone via Moline. Moline up against the wall on the far side. Barabanov there for Madison. Rings it around the near side. 2:05 to go in the third. 4-2 Caps lead. Schultz through neutral. You'd have to imagine the goaltenders coming as soon as they enter the zone. Cloutier looking for the go-ahead from Garman. He hasn't gotten it yet, as Garman slowly but surely waving it. As a player sent down to the surface, the Capitals will have a shot at it from their own defensive end, and they score! It's Aiden Shire's first USHL goal. 5-2 Caps lead. From his own defensive end, the Capitals make it 5-2. Aiden Shire, first USHL goal. Congratulations, young fella. A minute 44 to go in this one, you'd have to assume. Seen crazier things happen, but Madison up 5-2 with a minute 40 to go. This one goes all the way down. Michaud up the near side wall, out towards neutral. They're unable to clear. They're not waving for Cloutier this time. Aiden Shire's first of his career. Pardue down into the corner, sent up against the wall by Long is Henry Major. Pardue back on it. Pardue has it trickle out to neutral, and the Capitals off to the races one more time. Johnson around one player, pokes it around another. Down into the corner, Johnson and Kahn both flail down to the surface. As a minute to go in the period, Major will send it down in deep. The empty netter here in this third period. A deflection down in deep on that far side. The Capitals will improve to 14, 5-1-1 on the year as Ty into the offensive zone. Ty's shot sits out front. The Capitals still maintaining. Down in the offensive end, 25 to go. These two teams will go at it again tomorrow. Madison then back at home next week, and you can still get your tickets. Tickets.madcapshockey.com. Wisconsin night, the Wisconsin Moo-Moos going up against the Muskegon Lumberjacks, a big one in the Eastern Conference, as the Capitals will be in sole possession of third place with games in hand around them. As they poke it to the far side, Madison comes away with the 5-2 victory. A scrum at the end as the Capitals escape with win number 14 on the year. Quick goal scoring summary. Max Ryder got us started. Aiden Long found one of his own. And then Sam Capel in the first period made it 3-1 Caps after one. Bobby Cowan, his 12th of the year. And then Aiden Schott made it 5-2 Caps come away with victory for tonight's contest. Thanks for joining me here on the broadcast. Back here next Friday night. These two teams tomorrow night on the road. Caps come away victorious and improved to 14. Presented by the Capitals and Flow Hockey and Caps Radio. We appreciate you joining us. One last thing before we go. Go Caps, go.